Are you looking to lose weight? I'm going to give you an easy mode start that you can begin doing today. In fact, this evening, when you go to bed, start your weight loss hacks because most of it happens when you're sleeping. These are no gimmicks. There are no pills. There are no shots. There's no poisons involved in this video. I don't believe in poisoning yourself to lose weight because you know what? Thankfully, there are natural ways that you can lose weight. Your body is intelligent, it's excellent. And don't worry if you're like, that hasn't worked for me before. Well, just listen to the rest of this video. When I first got pregnant with my first child, I gained a whopping 79 pounds. That was a lot of weight. And the first 50 came within my first trimester. So you can imagine that was too much, too fast for my small frame. Even though I wanted to gain weight so much because back in the day, I couldn't gain weight for anything. Well, metabolism changes. But I gained all that weight and then my body started struggling. I was tired all the time. I was fatigued. I had aches and pains and I was starting to get all these symptoms that I knew as a nurse are not good signs for my health. So I decided after having my baby, I was going to drop some, not all, but some of that weight. And as I started my journey, really trying, really grinding, I started to lose weight. But while I was still on my journey, I got pregnant with my second child. So I hadn't even lost all the weight that I needed to be healthier and for my body to not be having all these weird symptoms and struggling and feeling sick. And so I started gaining weight again with my second child. And I gained a ton of weight with my second child again. And while I was coming down from that weight after having my second child, before I got to my pre-first baby weight, I gained weight again because I was pregnant with my third child. Okay, this is starting to become a pattern, but I gained a ton of weight with my third child. And after being pregnant, which is good, by the way, weight gain in pregnant is good. But I tend to gain too much weight. Part of it is all those cravings that I fulfill and not moving around very much. So I gained another load of weight. And while I was trying to come down from that weight, I hadn't even got to pre-number 2 baby or pre-number 3 baby when I got pregnant with my fourth. Yes, I get it. This is starting to sound like a broken record, but I gained a ton of weight with my fourth child. And after my fourth child, I was like, okay, finally, I'm done having babies. I'm going to start losing this weight. And I started to lose weight. But before I could even get to my pre-fourth baby weight, something in me was like, I want another baby. So I got pregnant with my 5th child. I gained weight with that one as well. So do you see the compounding effect? That by the time I was done having my 5th child, I was so much more overweight than my body could handle. So one of the things that I struggled with after having my 5th child that kind of grew throughout all 5 pregnancies was my self-image. I had a lot of negative self-image. I would look at my belly and I'd see just flabs and I'd look at myself and I couldn't hardly recognize myself. Ooh, I had to deal with that. That's not what this video is about. I had to deal with that negative self-image and learn how to see myself for what I truly was. I was a cocoon. I was a home. I was a baby lab and I had given 5 human beings a home. And that was worth celebrating, even through the body changes. So I had to learn to have different conversations with myself in the mirror. That is just extra. I'm going to give you the 3 hacks that I used, the 3 nerdy, super nerdy. I'm a little bit of a nerd. Okay, not a little bit. I'm a lot of a nerd when it comes to biology. So I just researched and geeked out. I had the privilege 8 years ago of going to a wellness center and learning all these amazing things about your health, about your body, about the way it functions in a natural setting, how you can condition your body to work well. And that is not to say that's anti-science. That is not anti-science. That's not anti-medicine. I don't like that these two worlds collide. They don't need to collide. They're complementary. Sometimes you can deal with the natural and that's all you need. Sometimes you just need the medical. In an accident, broke something, go to the ER. Go to the ER. Don't come to me and ask me for a natural remedy. Go to the ER. We'll deal with the scars and all this kind of stuff later. But I love to see these worlds working together. Sometimes you don't need the medical interventions. Sometimes you need to make changes in your life. And good example is type 2 diabetes. You may need the medical interventions to just help you survive, but work on getting back your body functioning in the best way it can so that you don't need the medical interventions. That is a bit off topic. So back to our 3 hacks. I want to share with you what I did in order to lose weight on easy mode, mostly while I slept, before I started exercising. The very first thing is I started organizing my meals better. This is not your typical information about diets and carbs and proteins and fats. We're not talking any of that really today. I am just simply sharing with you that you can organize the times when you eat to condition your body to burn fat for you while you sleep. I'm going to be really specific with you. In the morning, when I woke up, I would eat a heavy meal. That's of course after drinking water, no coffee, heavy meal. No coffee because cortisol, weight gain. So no coffee. If you want to listen to more of that version, a longer version of that, go to another one of the videos. I started eating a heavy meal for breakfast. I'm talking your traditional supper meal, your mashed potatoes, green beans, whatever you eat with your proteins, your fats, everything, just a robust meal. What that does is start up your metabolism, starts up your engines, and starts to burn and provide energy for the rest of your day. I find it so bizarre that someone thinks they can go through an entire day on a breakfast bar. What are those things called? Like a fig Newton. So I'm still learning what these traditional things are, but I see people just eating this bar, or they'll say I'm eating a protein bar. Well, that's not enough food to fuel your day. No wonder you're tired. No wonder you're fatigued. No wonder you feel miserable and irritable. You are going through a long day. Your brain is firing. Your body is moving. Whether or not you're working physically or at an office, you need fuel. And the fuel available after a meal is usually available about 2 hours into the process. So you need to make sure that you eat a robust, king-sized, farmer-style breakfast. And I'm not yet speaking specifics about the types of food and all that, just giving you the easy mode if you were not to change anything about your food right now. So that's number 1, eating a robust breakfast. Number 2, in the first category, the second thing that I was doing about organizing my meals was making sure that I was eating a heavy lunch, but it wasn't as heavy as the breakfast, and it was later in the day, around 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Eat another good meal, full of fibers, full of your protein. Maybe cut back on the carbs this time because you're getting to the part of the day when you're not going to get to use it up. When it came to supper, I cut it out. That's it. Young children, growing teenagers, they need that last meal. When they're sleeping, you know what their body does? It grows. It gets taller. It puts on layers for curves. It gives them facial hair, and it makes their body, their muscles stronger. all of that happens at night while they sleep. They need that energy. You know what happens to me while I sleep when I eat supper? Yep, it layers it on. It gives me more layers, but I'm not using it. I don't need them. I have reached my maximum height. It's not going to make me taller. It's just going to make me softer. It's just going to add to those parts of the body that I am working on taking away. You don't need it. If you're not in the habit, you can eat a salad. It can be full of fiber, full maybe a few nuts and seeds, not a lot of dressing, no need for that extra fat that's just going to go to bed with you and be layered on right in the hips where it's comfortable. That's not necessary. We're not doing that anymore. While you sleep, your body is going to take all that extra from your breakfast, from your lunch, what it hasn't used, and use it for repairing your body, use it for just maintaining your body while you sleep. But you'll notice that without your digestion, you're going to get such a good quality of sleep that the next day you're going to wake up not needing coffee, ready to meet your day and ready to rinse and repeat. That's the first thing that I did when it came to losing weight on easy mode. Pretty sweet. Get rid of the meal you don't need. Eat some popcorn maybe, something light. Broth. Broth was a really good one. If you're struggling, drink some broth, eat a really heavy salad. Something just for eating's sake while the family eats with you. All right, are you ready for the second one? The second one is just as exciting and just as easy. Number 2 is drink more water. I had to learn to drink water. Water was one of those things where I was like, it doesn't taste like anything. Well, yes, I think that's what it's supposed to taste like. And I had to get my tongue, my taste buds used to drinking water. Some of it was adding lemon, adding some ice to it, but eventually I got ready to just drink water. My mind had to learn, hey, this is what water tastes like. And it takes about 21 days for your body, for your brain to create new nervous pathways and connect that taste to something positive. If you do something for some time, you learn to like it. That's how habits are formed. That's how addictions are formed. And so why not give yourself the opportunity to get addicted or used or acclimated or to love drinking water? It'll only take you about 21 days. Do it before the 21 days come along. A lot of water helps your body flush out all the toxins, flush out extra hormones that may be clogging up your system and causing your body to hold on to the weight. This is especially important for postpartum moms because our bodies, when we're pregnant, gather up all these hormones and it has this beautiful hormone structure that keeps our body holding on to that baby and nurturing that baby. When the baby comes out, there's chaos, absolute chaos. You are familiar with some of those symptoms: dry, cracking skin, acne and breakouts, falling and loose hair, midsection weight that you can't get rid of for nothing. We do a deep dive on some of these things in our group for mamas, so go ahead and check it out. It's going to be in the description below. It's a free Facebook group, but it's exclusive to moms who are on a journey to wellness. Don't come in there if you just want to sit around. Okay, we are moving. We're like an ocean wave. And I want to start a culture in there where you can come in and join the club and join the movement. It's fairly new, so if you're one of the first in there, don't be alarmed. We're coming to join you. Another aspect of water is that it just keeps your body flowing so well. Your blood is nice and loose and thin, and it's flowing so well in your system. You get your oxygenation, you get your nutrients sent along well throughout your body, and this helps with your energy levels. It also helps with your brain fog. It helps you think and feel clearer. So that's just a wonderful addition. It's just a free perk for drinking more water. Number 3, the third and final weight loss on easy mode hack is, girl, just do what you already know to do. This is one of the hardest things because I cannot sit here and tell you the one thing that you should take out of your diet, of your lifestyle, of your daily schedule. Maybe it's a stressor. Maybe you're saying yes to too much. Maybe you are eating something that you know while you're eating it, you shouldn't be eating it. Maybe you're drinking some sodas or something with just too much sugar, and you know while you're drinking it that it's not the best for you. I cannot speak to your specifics. Maybe it's a mindset. Maybe you feel low and anxious, and that's something that you need to address. Check out some of my videos. I have gone through that, and so I try to share some of the knowledge that I've had while I was going through and coming out of that state of mind. And it really does make a difference to our weight because some of our hormones, if they're imbalanced, cause us to hold on to more weight. So I do encourage you to definitely look at your life. Just take an assessment. Look at what you eat. Look at what you drink. What time do you go to bed? Are those things serving you? Because if they're not, then they are adding to the problem. And once you are courageous and you are encouraged by a community or your accountability partner, your friend, whatever, to reach out and pull that thing out of your life, you are going to be amazed to see the differences that come up in your life. You're going to feel so much better. Some of that weight is attached to your past, to your habits, to your addictions, to your struggles. It's hard. I get that. I have done hard. One day I had to look at myself and realize that the hard I was living and soothing myself with things that were not serving me, that was one hard. And I didn't like it. So I had to pick a different hard. One that didn't stay hard forever. Change can be difficult. When you start some of these habits, you'll find yourself having to intentionally keep it up, intentionally drink more water, intentionally eat better, intentionally cut off your meals at a certain time of day, intentionally pull out and weed out those things that have a strong hold in your life that are not serving you. But as you do that, so much is going to open up to you. You're going to be so glad you did. And best of all, you're going to be glad for the weight that literally melts off of you. I really want to encourage you that when you do try this, because I know if you're in a place where you've watched this video till this point, you're going to try it. And I'm so glad you are, because you're going to see results and they're going to amaze you. And when they do, please do come back and leave a comment for someone who needs to be encouraged, just as you've been encouraged. And when you have grown out of it, you know what? Reach out and help somebody else. Maybe yours will be a YouTube channel. Maybe you'll actually physically be a fitness instructor. I don't know what's in your future, but I know it's beautiful, because when we remove these things that are holding us down, we start to come alive again. Speaking of come alive, I encourage you to check this new video about your purpose. Purpose is really well connected to mental health, and mental health is connected to physical health. So once you are on track mentally, you will find that you will also become more on track with your physical health. Thank you for spending this time with me. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.